everyone, and welcome to the Babylon Chronicles, a podcast dedicated to taking a look at the inner workings, discussions, and shenanigans involved in making one of the world's most powerful, beautiful, simple, and open web rendering platforms, Babylon.js. My name is Jason Carter, also known as Pirate JC in the Babylon community. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Mr. David Coutu, also known as
Delta Kosh, of course.
Delta Kosh, the creator of Babylon, the OG Babylonian, as we'll say.
The father and the mother.
That's right. This is episode 20. We've been doing this for, 18 months now, occasionally throwing out episodes.
Swiss regularity, right? Like every week, like there is no... Yeah, right?
I would say American engineering. Yeah, probably a little bit better. But we are joined by two very, what I would say, fast friends. Met these two gentlemen and just instantly clicked with them. They are Matteo and Carlo from a company called Zakeke. Now, Zakeke is doing some amazing things in the e-commerce space with the visualization of products in really, really beautiful ways. And they're growing very, very quickly. High likelihood you've already interacted with their products without knowing it. Going to product pages, if you've ever gone and looked at a product on the web, you've probably experienced Zakeke's technology. And so, gentlemen, could not be more excited to have you both here joining us. Like I said, fast friends. I think we've all clicked very, very well. And I'm just, I'm excited to tell a little bit about your story. Let's do this. Let's start with who you two are, brief deep dive into who you are, what you do, and
what's the origin story.
Yeah, we love origin stories here. Yes. Matteo, maybe I'll start with you. Why don't you tell a little bit your story?
Okay, thank you, and nice to meet you all, and thank you for inviting us on this podcast. I am an old programmer, a very old programmer. I have almost a 30-year career in this field. And I am also a co-founder of Zakeke. I'm the CTO of Zakeke, and I'm a software architect. And so I wrote the first line of code of Zakeke. I designed the architecture, the initial architecture. Many other evolution has come, of course, on Zakeke. And before Zakeke, I worked on many fields. I started in the late 90s. I started in the dinosaurs.
Dinosaur here, right? Yeah. I started also in the 90s.
And when I started on another field, different field, I started on the business intelligence field. I worked on a multidimensional analysis tool. For
does OLAP think about? I did that as well. Oh my gosh!
And a tool for the banks, insurance, and for the management of banks and insurance, for the credit risk evaluation, business management, so on. And I worked on that field for almost 8 years. And after that work, I worked on developing many kind of application, line of business application, desktop application, web application, many fields, automotive and so on, and web applications. And one day I met Angelo Coletta, that is our CEO, current CEO. And at that time, he had another company, and we was working on the ticketing online. A software that is sell ticket for events like concert events, sports events, like Ticketmaster. And then I worked on e-commerce. I started working on e-commerce. I developed a platform, a proprietary platform for e-commerce. And with this platform, we had many clients, many customers, and some of these customers asked us to insert the functionality of product customization and product configuration. So Angelo thought, why we do not create a service for everyone that has an e-commerce, a service. So Zakeke was born was born as a software as a service for customization, configuration, 3D configuration, 3D enhanced visualization, AR, try-on, and so on. But we started with the customization, 2D customization. I have in my my career I had some experience in 2D graphics, not in 3D graphics. I always found 3D complex. The third dimension for me is
An entire new world.
I like to say that my brain, one-dimensional. So 3 is way too many. Yeah.
It's a line.
Yeah. But it's just another dimension. That dimension is this disruptive. And so we started with customization, 2D customization, and then we soon added the 3D preview of the 2D customization. So the first step was add a 3D preview of what the users do in 2D. And then we add the 3D configuration and then all the other functionalities. Then this is a brief story what I do.
I like that.
I love it. That's amazing. The first line of code for a major platform written by you. I bet it was, you look back at it and the code's exactly the same, right? The same as you left it when you first wrote it.
No shit.
Carlo, let's move over to you. I would love to hear your story and how you joined Zakeke.
Sure. Ciao, Jason. Ciao, David. I'm super happy to be here. I am the CEO of the company today. I joined the company. I'm not one of the founders, but I joined since day one of the go live. I was with Matteo in Milan the day the platform went live. I started as a business development manager for the company, and then I am now the CEO and I lead the product. So I am responsible for the nice things, and Matteo is the responsible one for the things that do not work.
I like that speech.
I have no when I joined Zakeke 10 years ago, I had no digital background. My story is a bit different. I came from the manufacturing world. I always been working in supporting companies as a consultant or as a manager to for business, to expand business, to go international, to build sales networks, to expand business. When I joined Zakeke, the company was looking for Angel, was looking for someone, with this experience, even if not in the digital world, the most important thing was the experience to go international, because one of the nice things of Zakeke was that since the beginning the idea was to go worldwide, while previous experiences from the founders were to was a local business, national business.
Yeah.
And so if anyone can't quite tell, I think the accents that we're hearing are Italian. And so you're both based
in
Italy.
I respect that a lot.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
People with accent are the best.
They certainly are.
Yeah.
And so I love this part of the story, Carlo, not to interrupt you, but so obviously an Italian-born company, but right away from the very inception had a mission to actually create a global e-commerce platform. And so you're coming in with experience in international business and understanding the nuances of how things work across borders. And that's a huge value that you add to the company. I love that story.
Yeah. Since day one, we launched the product. Even before Matteo and the team, the technical team, I think, they thought the product to be, a scalable product to work worldwide. Today we still enjoy that infrastructure because it works. So since day one, from launching the product, our idea was we want to serve people, businesses, brands worldwide, no matter where they are. if they need something like Zakeke, we should be able to serve them. And it was like that because since the beginning, most of our customers are not Italians.
Yeah, of course.
Most of our customers today are in the US or Western Europe. So we are, it was nice. I think when we launched the 3D product configurator, we launched it in the first launch was in the US at Chicago at the IRC, the show for e-commerces, and there was us and a French company, and then only American companies. So
I like it. I like that it's the Italians and the French because hey, look, we have representation.
Yeah,
here. It's quite nice.
Here, right? We are everywhere. It's a mafia.
It's quite nice. One thing that just instantly stood out to me that I just adore about the two of you is so you have Matteo, CTO, overseeing the technology, Carlo, COO and head of product of what you're actually creating, the business and shaping of the business as a Zakeke. But you two have a working relationship that I think is incredibly important. And that's one thing I just wanted to spend a couple minutes highlighting is, man, there's got to be a healthy tension, but also collaboration in the problems that the business is facing, that it needs from technology to help enable or solve. And then vice versa. Matteo, I imagine there are technology things that you want to do. Look, I manage a team of engineers. I know how this goes. Engineers want to make cool stuff, but it doesn't always necessarily accrue to business value. And so there's got to be this relationship that's both tension and collaboration. And I just love how you two, the working relationship you two have. I'd love to dive into that and hear a little bit about how that works for you guys.
I think there is always a trade-off in everything. And what I can say that I love the work that Carlo do for us. I think Carlo is one of the masterpiece of the company because he's a very good organizer. And I'm not an organizer. I don't like I don't organize anything.
So the developer does not organize. They create tool to organize.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah. I like create tool. I like see
exactly.
Code. I don't organize. So Carlo is the right person to work with, and so there are no tension for this reason because I understand the reason of what Carlo say because are normal that they say this thing because I estimate Carlo and he always do a very good job. That. So I think that is a good
respect, Carlo, right? You see that, Jason? Respect. You see what it is?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah, it's a really strange concept to me. This mutual respect. Yeah, I don't understand.
No, another thing is that Carlo solves many problems and do a very good interface with the rest of the world. So we are, as a developer, technicians, are protected.
That's good.
Also by what Carlo does.
What's the state of the company, if I may, if it's not secret? On how many people work in the company?
We are about 40 people now.
Oh, 40.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we are about 40 people.
Yeah, everyone is in Italy, or do you have a remote people?
We used to have people abroad, like in UK or even South America.
Okay.
But today, I think we are all Italians, all in Italy. For sure, all the developers are Italians.
And Carlo, how, as a person shaping product, I think a lot of people, that's kind of it's an aloof concept for how to build a business and a product, because those two things are two sides of the same coin. How does the Zakeke technology, the engineering teams, how has that partnership been as you've dreamed up what the platform needs to be, what the product needs, how you react to changes in the marketplace? Tell me about your partnership with Matteo and how his teams enable what you want to do.
Yeah, I think Matteo, I think the base for everything to work is the mutual respect.
Agree.
We respect each other a lot.
Then
I must say this is not just between us. The company, there is a very good environment in the company. Over the years, we built a team that really believe in what we do. There is a strong commitment. It's a challenging environment. It's not just friends drinking beers. Of course, we do business.
Right.
There is people we need to rely. We need to there is investors, of course.
Yeah.
So it's a business, but it's a challenging environment. But we respect each other a lot, even with sales people in the marketing and the tech team. What we do usually is I try to be to stay in the middle between not technical people, rest of the world, clients, sales, marketing, and technical, and Matteo and the technical team. So I try to be a filter. I collect all the things that we receive, all the inputs, all the questions, all the requests for new functionalities, features, and improvements. I try to put them in the product strategy that we, of course, is aligned with the CEO and the management team, in the vision we have as a company. And then I talk to the tech team to understand how, we can put things in the product, things that make sense for us, of course, because one of the difficult things today is we are, how to say, we are very much exposed. We receive a lot of inputs every day. Of course, clients, prospect leads, everything is important to them.
Of course.
Of course. You know it better than me. So
then
you should, really understand where you are, meeting the customer's needs without compromising your vision and your strategy for the product. And this is one of the most difficult part. And then the second part is with the tech team. Okay, how we build it, how we build this, how we make it friendly, how we make, a good UX, good UI with designing team, because in the end, we are still a SaaS.
Yes,
totally.
So, we have people all around the world just creating an account and then starting using the platform. So it's quite challenging. But most of the tech team is in Zakeke since the beginning.
Cool.
So all of us.
That's an achievement.
Yeah, that's a real achievement, and I think this is one of our strongest points.
I love that. I love that. They've survived Matteo.
Yeah.
That's what we really want to say. Yeah.
for sure.
Carlo, something that you said just now that just really stood out to me, beautiful and simple. When you're thinking of product strategy, if I heard you say this correctly, you include the technology team in that process. And to me, that is just so critical. It might sound like a fleeting thing that companies just do, but I can't tell you how many companies, organizations that we encounter that leverage Babylon, where there's a stark separation between, no, we're product, we're the PMs, we own the product, we'll listen to the customer. Hey, technology, you just go do what we tell you to go do, and instantly you can tell that's not how Zakeke operates.
Yeah, I think that is from my background. In the manufacturing world, you need to build things, create things.
Yeah.
And you must create things that can be created.
Yeah.
So if someone comes with, a request that with this, impossible. So I am used to talk with production to understand if things that I am thinking or the client is thinking are feasible. And this is on one hand. On the other hand, again, there is a compromise. If you only leave things to technical people,
of course.
could be dangerous because
For sure.
No, it's
We have Matteo, you'll appreciate this. We have a phrase we use often, which is engineers can often find solutions in search of a problem. Have you heard this
a
one
lot.
before?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
But again, I think this is where Matteo and the technical team and the way he shaped the team, did a good job. Matteo is very humble, and he's while he's a tech guy, he understands that the tech must serve, sales, marketing, and the product. Otherwise, we can make whatever we want, but we don't sell it. So I think this is the good compromise. And I always listen to tech guys because sometimes they can give you the right inputs if you allow them to do it.
It's rare, but sometimes. No, actually, what you just said is
once in a blue moon.
Don't get used to it.
But how cool in what you just said of Matteo, I think you embody this, but technology has to serve a purpose. It's not technology for technology's sake. You're building a global business. It needs to actually have a result. We're doing technology not because we like code, but because it needs to produce something for the business and for the clients and help them achieve what they want. Let's shift gears on that note very, very briefly into a little bit more insight into the Zakeke business. So Zakeke is software as a service. It's an e-commerce product customization platform. And the way that the business works is you'll go to a brand, a product creator of some kind and say, hey, rather than you spinning up your own e-commerce tools, we have this entire platform that you can use. And talk a little bit about kind of briefly about the sales part, like how do you onboard new clients? And then also, how does client input, how does a brand tell you, oh, I really want this feature, I really want our product to look this way, and then that needs to go to technology to do something new with Babylon, or like I'd love to hear a little bit about how the platform changes based on client needs.
Everything starts from the needs, from our clients, our needs. Let's say that what we try to do is to automate, to give a platform to automate the process that today is totally manual and not efficient in the brands and the companies that we work with. So imagine that the customization business. If you do everything without Zakeke, without tools like Zakeke, it's a very manual work.
Yep.
There's a lot of exchanges with the client. We do not only work in the B2C. We also work a lot in the B2B. We also work in the proofing phase of the business, in the prototyping.
Yeah.
So over the years, we evolved to support all the phases, all the processes where you need to design, the product, and you need to design, and you need to personalize the product. So at all these processes in the companies, manual, it cannot scale. It's not efficient. You rely a lot of on humans, and human make mistakes. So we step in that part.
Then
the first years of the company, of the business, we invested a lot of time in just listening and solve problems. So
love that.
And what we did, and I think this was crucial for us, everything we understood a need, a problem, the solution became a feature, a function in the platform.
Cool.
We never do custom codes, custom solutions, because we want to build a product.
Yeah, I agree.
Of course,
Then
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I agree. That's good because we do the same. I can totally project that at Babylon.js. We don't do specific niche stuff. We try to produce the generic solution for you to then build on top of that.
Because you want your investments to pay off
Exactly.
as in the
Right, yeah.
future. You want them to
Yeah.
benefit. In your case, if we're going to make an adjustment or a feature to the platform because this client has asked for it, it needs to be something that other clients can benefit from in the future.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's perfect. We are not system integrator. We are not software house. We are, we build a product.
Yep.
So if someone, I don't know, for example, in the screen printing industry, you cannot print more than 4 or 5 colors.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a screen printer, you have this problem. So when we understood that, we did a specific feature for that, so you can limit the number of the colors that users can use while customizing an item. And once you have it, it serves, potential limited number of merchants of clients. And in the first years, this was, like stressing. Because of course you go to market, you think you have the perfect
And then you
90% of things missing.
Yeah, and sometimes there can be a draw too. Like if you're building a business from scratch and a company is like, hey, I'll pay you a bunch of money if you build this custom thing for you. It takes tenacity, a rigor to say, no, I mean, we would love to build that, but only if it makes sense for everybody. We're not a vendor software house. And to put that boundary up and adhere to that boundary has got to be a challenge in the beginning days.
Yeah. And let me say that for this, Angelo, our CEO, was, crucial because this was a super clear idea in his mind.
Yeah.
And he shaped the company with this culture. And I remember there was people saying, why you don't take that customer? Why you don't take that custom contract? Come on, you need money. And it's, it was nice because it was like, be calm, guys. We'll make it. So that is no. So we made it. And today, when we go in front of clients, I can say that because I remember our history that now 95%, 90% of things are there. And because you did that job and you now, and then you can scale. Yeah. And this is not always so obvious in hours.
That's amazing leadership. Amazing leadership.
Another difficult when you create a product from scratch and when you go to market, there is almost nothing that the market asks to you.
Yeah.
So we have
hey, this is a solution.
Yeah. That's amazing. Let me ask you a question. I guess it's for both of you, but probably Matteo a little bit more in your world. There's this new thing that's come out called AI. I don't know if you've heard of it
good question
or not. And I think unless you're living under a rock at this point, you recognize that this technology has emerged and not just emerged, but disrupted everything, the way that software is made. And there was this very close story that you and I chatted about that mirrored Babylon's story that I just love to hear about the emergence of these frontier models. You have an engineering team at a company that's 10 plus years old here, and you've probably built processes, and here's what a great engineering looks like at Zakeke, and then come AI and it disrupts everything. And your experience at the company with that, and maybe also how it influences the product and the speed of innovation. I'd love to hear that story.
Then the AI is disruptive technology and changed everything, really everything in a few days. So we start to work in another way. And today, almost everything that we code with AI agents and not more by hand.
Yeah.
This is very, very strange for someone that for almost 30 years has programmed. But when we are programmers and we know that we love the programming, but we love to build something,
Yes.
build something that is really useful for the others. No?
Mm.
So this is the first idea when you want to build something. So having a technology, having the AI as the capacity to build everything you think is really a great thing. And we change everything. Today we use the more common tools, Cloud Code, Codex, both. For example, I use both because one develop, the others reviews what the others done.
Yeah.
Because one of the problem that we have is we do not lose the control of the code. So what the AI has created. So how to check, how to control. And we do by hand, but the quantity of code that the AI produce is really hard to keep control of what the AI produces. So we use more than one coding tools, and we do review iterations, not only one iteration, but more iteration. So there is an iteration of review, findings, remediation, and so on. There are loops of this kind of process. And so everyone in the company today use AI.
And so, Matteo, there's a thing that David and I went through that I think I imagine that you had to as well. As a leader, as an engineering leader, you had to help. You said something that was so beautiful that yeah, we're coders. We write code. That is what software development has been. This new tool emerges, and suddenly you have to take a step back and think of yourself not as a coder, but as a builder. And this is a new tool. I love that you said that your job is a builder. Have you had to play a coach, a team psychologist, a leader? Like, I imagine you've had to help lead your team to this new way of working, and that there's been a tremendous amount of unappreciated leadership on your part to help your team make that transition.
Yeah, the transition is not easy.
Oh yeah,
It's not easy because there are various opinions about this technology. There are the person that want to keep writing code by hand, and the person that do not like how the AI produce code. But I think that every emerging technology and this kind of technology that for me is a breakthrough, and the bigger thing after the internet evolution, the internet introduction. So it is a giant thing. So we have to adopt it. No, it's
I agree with you. There is no option here. Like if the developer wants to survive, here.
Yeah.
So the hard thing is to build a process. So some kind of framework of the development. And so how can we use these tools the better way? How can we train these tools to know better how software? We have a huge code base. We have 45 microservices, for example.
Yeah.
A huge code base. So how can we train the coding agents to use better our technology? So we built something about this. We built documentation, layers of documentation on top of our software. So before to go deep in the source code, the AI agent coders read this documentation. So we have kind of indexes that are the first layer of we call the context. So the Zakeke AI context, this is the first layer for AI coding. So this is a hard process, but I think that everyone embraces it.
And we did company events to align all the team, that we did AI weeks. where, all the developers were in for 1 week working in, in teams to develop AI, which is super useful to, to take people that, not to leave people behind.
Yeah. I love that. And your Zakeke context layer, that is a layer of here's the information you need to know before you get into the code. Here, that is Babylon. We have that now as well. It's a thing that also that we've developed. And I think what it is not only the mechanics of which piece of code does what and where it's located, but also, Matteo, I don't know if you found this for you guys, you're embedding even your personal philosophy into these documents as well, of like, okay, hey, we do not accept code that doesn't pass these types of tests.
Yes.
And without some of those connective tissue of how you work as a dev team, that's not in the source code. So you almost have to tell the AI agents this extra information. And that documentation, man, I feel like, David, that's been our life for the past 4 months, is just documenting all the things that we need to tell. And it's stuff that you don't necessarily document for humans because
it's obvious.
It's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious. Or it becomes team context that you go, oh, okay, that's how this team works. That's how this engineering team works. And then you just kind of know. But if you don't know by immersing yourself in it, how do you explain it to a brand new agent where you kill the chat and you start a new one over again? It's like, it's fascinating that different companies, different focuses are coming to the same conclusion. And I love this. I think what's super cool is obviously this emergent technology is here and it's disrupting everything.
No, it is here to stay, by the way, right?
I agree. What I adore is the harnessing of it, the problem solving that humans are doing to go, okay, now that it's here, we want to use it. How do we use it well? And this, by the way, this might scare any people who are listening, but the Babylon team uses AI agents to create Babylon every single day. We've completely changed the way that we develop. However, I think a misconception that people have about AI is, if you say, hey, babe, a lot of the Babylon code is now generated by AI. A lot of the Zakeke code is generated by AI. That might scare somebody and go, oh, now it's going to be crappy and it's going to be slop. No, because even though the code is generated by AI, incredibly intelligent human beings with great instincts are supervising, shaping, steering that code.
And we can harness, right? We create guardrails. To some extent, I like to see that as when we compile. When you compile, you write your code in JavaScript, but at the end of the day, that JavaScript is never executed, right? It's compiled just in time by the browser, and you trust that code, right? You can say it's not AI, right? But it's a procedural approach. Yes, it's a machine. AI is just far high level than that. But if we have the serious guardrails and all the tools and all the, like Matteo, 30 years of experiences to shape the way for the AI, it's just a compiler.
Yeah.
A smart compiler, but just...
Just a small curiosity. Some years ago, I wrote an internal software that helps other team members to develop some part of the backend, because we made a very structured backend that has many layers, many patterns. I wrote a software that helped build the code in that way, so that that software build as Matteo built software. Today we use AI for do something similar, because we put that knowledge in documentation and programming styles in the documentation.
Carlo, have you noticed in the emergence of AI and the adoption, Zakeke's adoption of AI, have you noticed your ability to meet clients' demands or needs at a faster pace? Have you seen that? Is that tangible yet in the business?
Yeah, I think less than people think today. I think there is, today there is a hype regarding AI.
Oh, yeah.
I totally agree with David. It's here to stay. So it's not something, that is going to fade away in the future for me. But yes, I mean, we started adding AI tools in the tool a few years ago, but in the last year, we rushed a lot on that.
Yeah.
And from very simple features to more complex processes, because AI in our product is not just AI based feature.
Yeah.
What we did and what we are doing is to make AI a part of the product, a part of the processes of the workflow in the product. I can say there is things that dramatically improved thanks to AI, for sure. Of course, yes.
I love that. Love that.
Yeah, I mean, regarding AI, I was listening to David, you, Matteo. I think everything is always about how you use things. There is no things that are bad or good, generally speaking. And I think if you have quality, if you have quality in the developers, quality in the product, quality in the company, AI is a big opportunity. And maybe there will be more, the spread between good quality and bad quality will become larger thanks to AI, because yes, with AI you can go faster, but if you don't put quality, then your problems in your company, in your product, in your developers will come up faster.
Yeah, it's almost like it's an accelerator to whatever the foundation is. If you're built on garbage, you'll get faster garbage, right?
Yeah.
And that's why it works when you have people with experience, right? Like they know how to not build garbage initially, so they don't amplify garbage.
Well, and that you just hit the nail on the head, right? If you know the difference between garbage and quality, then
exactly.
you know how to steer this thing in the right in the right direction. Incredible. I want to be sensitive to your time, not take too much of it, but I love talking with you guys. Let's talk briefly a little bit about Zakeke. If people are interested in, somebody's listening and people are interested in like, okay, I want to check out the platform. Obviously, you can go to the website. What would you encourage them to look at? If I'm a brand and I'm like, hey, cool, there's an e-commerce platform. It's been around for a long time. It's tried and tested by thousands and thousands of brands. Is there a place that they can go, someone they can reach out to? What's their first touch point that you draw them to?
Yeah, so I mean, people can try the platform by themselves by going on our website and creating an account. Then you have a free trial for 14 days and you have full access to the platform. Or you can drop us a line from the website and book a demo with one of our people. We don't do like the demos pitching. It's nice because it's about, okay, go in a call, tell us your problem, we understand, and then we provide you with solution if we have the solution. So either by yourself, by creating an account, test account, or just getting on, booking a demo, booking a call with us, and explore the platform together.
I love it. That's fantastic. And something that I wanted to hit real quick, Zakeke is now a member of the Mac Alliance. I would love to hear a little bit more about what that means for anyone who doesn't know.
Then
we are members since a couple of months. It was hard process, but we did it. On the technical side, Matteo, it's your fit.
very, very hard work. Very hard work. Zakeke was born with a classical monolithical architecture, and not so classical because there was a lot of asynchronous process, and there are very, very distributed architecture. But we have evolved to very microservices architecture. So we have decomposed the architecture in 45 microservices, And this was a huge work, very huge work that we done in 6-7 months, because we found a way to do in few months. And Zakeke was always been API based, so API based and cloud native. So we are cloud native, we are cloud since day one, but because since day one we want to be global, so in order to be global, the solution is always been on cloud. So the huge work was on the developing microservices architecture, but we done the work.
I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations. That's an
congratulations, guys.
exclusive,
It's well
exclusive
deserved.
club. Yeah, exclusive club. I like to always put people on the spot and make it super uncomfortable because I find
Yes,
it really,
please.
really
That's right.
entertaining.
Super
Obviously, you know, you guys are here on this particular podcast because Zakeke leverages Babylon.js to do some of the visualizations of products and the customization, particularly in the 3D space. I would love for you to be totally honest with us about where can Babylon be better? Where are you struggling with Babylon, or what? How can we make it better to help you guys make a better product?
Then I love Babylon, and we started not with Babylon. We started with the 3JS, and
Oh, I did not know that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at
You
that.
just-
Yeah. And the first,
So David, it's real love now.
the first
It's
version,
it's real love.
Yeah.
Real
yeah,
love.
the first version of the 3D preview, I remember, was in 3JS, but I was not happy about the rendering at the time, and I searched for other better, and I met Babylon.js, and what I liked the most the Babylon.js was the PBR materials, for example.
Yeah. Listen.
How the PBR material work and was structured, the documentation, the playground, for example, was
Yes.
a great tool for experimenting things, and we changed it and we passed to Babylon.js after a few months, and we love Babylon.js. We think we are doing a very great work. So especially in the field of the rendering, how to make the 3D really photorealistic. This is the challenges. This is what matters the most on the e-commerce field.
On that front, we are working now with Adobe to also integrate Open PBR, right, which is the world standard and so Babylon.js will be one of the engines that support out of the box the Open PBR rendering. So you should even improve what you have. Like we introduced thin wall support and all of that will be in the Open PBR.
And this, so everybody knows from a product perspective, the reason for this is because you're working with a client,
of course,
who has a product. They want it to look like the customer would expect if it gets shipped to them, right? They don't want it to look weird or get their expectations off.
No, it's a digital twin.
Right. Yeah.
So
right.
It's a twin. And let me say that this is not just when you work with enterprises. We work with enterprise companies in the fashion world, for example, in the fashion space.
Oh, yep.
There is no compromise there. But let me say that this is also for the smallest guy, the smallest company in the world. When it's about your product,
you care.
Showing your product, you do not accept any compromise. So for us, to have a good rendering, it's crucial. You are not going to sell the 3D if you cannot guarantee there is, it's a real digital twin.
Yeah. And this is the main thing why we choose Babylon.js. And if there is one thing that we like you improve.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's the moment, guys.
Yeah. We love this. We love this part.
Is the size of the library, the footprint of the library, because in the internet field, on the web, this is very important. So the user don't want to wait for the loading time. So having a lightweight library is important.
Yeah.
Duly noted. Duly
Yeah.
noted.
That
We
is,
will come back to that.
I think that's a really, you know, this in our world, there's this balance. Our mission statement is to build one of the most powerful, beautiful, simple, and open web rendering engines. And it's not one of those things. It's a balance of all of those things. And in that balance, yeah, you want it to be fast. You want it to be tiny and easy to use, but you want it to render beautiful images. And in today's day and age, we're having a conversation in real time recorded from across the world. We expect information to get to us ASAP. When you see the spinner, something has failed in your expectations, right? That's just what we've come to expect. And so I think that's a wonderful ask.
And it's a universal ask. Like every time we
not
talk
just
with
you
our
guys.
customer, people are like, "Yeah, that's fast, fantastic,
And
beautiful, fantastic. Yeah, that's a big fat monster as well, right?" So yeah,
we love the rendering, but it's massive to get. I might just tease this for you, and I'll just leave it at this, that the next episode of this podcast might have something to do with this very subject. And so you've
stay
segued us
tuned, guys. Like,
incredibly
don't
well
forget to
towards,
subscribe.
that's right. Yeah. What do you subscribe, like, whatever it is?
Yeah,
that
you need
do,
to add a at that moment of the video, Jason. You need to have a subscribe button,
I
like
know.
the
Clearly,
real YouTubers,
I'm
right?
not a YouTube star,
Oh,
clearly,
okay,
because
yes.
I don't have the like video popping up here and stuff. So, yeah, no, that's not me. Can I just say it has been an honor and a
It was
privilege
super
to meet
Yeah.
you both and to hang out and chat. I feel like we could chat for hours on end, but I want to be
And honestly,
sensitive to your
people
time.
watching this video, go watch the Zakeke website. It's good, right? Like
And
you have like
you'll be
it's very good.
shocked.
You have a very
You'll
good
be
product.
shocked with how many brands that you'll recognize on there that use the Zakeke platform. It's impressive. You've built an incredible thing. And the thing that stands out to me, if I just may say so, that I think is really beautiful is how you approach product and technology working together. It's special, it's unique. You can feel the respect from the two of you, and I think that
Yes.
leads into how you guys lead as leaders. So well done, and thank you for choosing Babylon. And I hope we can have you on this podcast again sometime. It'd be good to catch
If you
up
have
in the
any
future.
big news or stuff, like just ping us. We can also share screen so people can see what you guys are working on. If you have like I don't know, if a new version of something like Babylon comes and you have stuff that you want to highlight based on that, that should be a good connection for the future.
Yeah, we'll look forward anytime.
Yeah, it was our own. Very, very nice. And let me say that, we love Babylon.js, of course, as we said, but congratulations also on this format. We do podcasts, we do interviews, but, I feel like it's nice because I feel like it's friends, talking about, business. Very, very nice. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, good. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you,
we say
bye.
something nice to Jason. It's very rare, so take notes, right? It's him, right? He has this super power.
Careful.
I am
your
French,
your
right?
French is coming
So-
out. Careful.
Yeah, I am French, so I am always angry and grumpy, and Jason brings that mood of happiness. So
We swirl around each other, American and French. Very, very swirl around each other.
I am the black hole, and it's the sun, right, rotating around.
Just be careful. There is more Europeans here than Americans, so
Yeah, everywhere.
I'm overwhelmed on Babylon constantly anyways, so it's I'm used to it. I'm definitely used to it. Guys, thank you so much again for your time
Thank
and
you, guys.
also
Yep.
for the incredible work you're doing by building something that people need. It's awesome. And if you don't know Zakeke, go check it out.
Yeah, check it
Thank
out.
you guys so much for your time for joining us. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.